If you're considering bankruptcy, then you may be worried about how it will affect your job, your wages, and what happens to your bank account. Let's answer this, as well as a few other commonly asked questions relating to bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a type of insolvency for people who can't pay their debts in a reasonable time. If you're declared bankrupt, your money and assets will be shared amongst your creditors by an insolvency trustee. Bankruptcy will show up on your credit file for at least 6 years, which will significantly damage your credit rating and make it difficult to access future credit. There is also a financial cost when applying for bankruptcy, which is £680. Now let's talk about what happens after you're declared bankrupt. Once you're declared bankrupt, you no longer own your assets, but your creditors may no longer request payments or start enforcement action against you. You can only be contacted about debt if you're being chased for a payment to clear debts not included in your bankruptcy, like a magistrate's fine. In most cases, bankruptcy won't affect your job and you don't have to inform your employer. However, there are some professions like law and accounting and certain jobs in finance, like insolvency practitioners or bank workers, that could be affected. You won't be able to own a limited company business after bankruptcy, but you can have a sole trader business in the future. Now, let's talk about your wages after bankruptcy. If you have more than £20 disposable income each month from your wages, you can be asked to make repayments towards your debts under an income payments agreement. The exact monthly payment is based on your disposable income, but you won't have to pay it if you receive benefits with no employment. If you refuse, you could receive an income payments order from the court. And if you have a private pension, it could be deemed as an asset. What about your bank account? Your bank accounts will be frozen during the bankruptcy application, and many banks will then close your account. Don't open a new one until after you've been declared bankrupt, because the official receiver will have it frozen or closed if you do. Once your bankruptcy is confirmed, you may have trouble finding a new account, but banks now offer basic accounts with limited features that you can use. And finally, let's talk about your car. After bankruptcy, there's little chance of being able to keep your car unless the official receiver deems it essential to your living, like if you need it for work or for school. If you have to give up your car, remember to cancel your insurance and road tax. And if you're still paying for a vehicle on a monthly hire purchase agreement, the company will take it back. If you're struggling with debt, then bankruptcy might be right for you, but there are other options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few basic questions like the total amount of your debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and start taking steps towards improving your financial situation.